Hello again. Today we're going to be covering the advanced features in the ZR1 Drum Sampler. We're going to be covering all the deeper stuff, including alternate ways to sample, graph automation, and our built-in mixing capabilities. Let's dive right in. Alright, as you saw in the first video, I was able to build a basic beat that incorporated a live sample off this SP404. Let's check it out. Good start. Now I'm going to show you other ways you can get fresh samples into ZR1 right from the step sequencer. Let's scroll down to the bottom of this and look at our empty cells. I've got one selected. I want to tap this arrow here to display the wave editor. In addition to being able to load any drum sound from our drum library, within the wave editor you can tap load loops and also bring in anything out of the Zenbeats loop library. In addition to that, you can select the user, tap import, and bring in any sound you want on your device. Let's go with this dark keys sample. Now with the loop loaded, I can customize the sound to make the sample fit better using the drum sound inspector. Tap right here to show it. I can adjust the gain, panning of a sample. I can also tune it up or down. You can even assign it to mute groups or reverse it as well. This is a pretty long sample. I think I want to use our chopping feature so we can just take bits and pieces of it and spread it across the pads. Start by hitting the slice editor button, like so. You can choose how many slices you want. I know I'm only going to want a couple, so I'm just going to leave it at 4. Let's audition. Okay, that one's long. Let's shorten that up. I'm going to grab the crop edge over here. And let's go ahead and get a fade on that. When you get a slice you like, press the plus pad button to drop it down to a new drum slot. Let's go back to the main sample. Let's select this. I like that just as is. I want to drop that down to another drum slot. Done. Now let's scroll down here. With both of these samples being long, here's a couple things you may want to pay attention to. Long samples by default are put in hold mode that you can see here, meaning that you have to hold it down to let it play all the way. I think I want these to ring out every time I hit a note on the step sequencer, so I'm going to change it from hold mode to one shot. Let's select slice 1 here and do the same thing. Now, another thing to consider, when you're working with long audio files, and especially ones that have lots of melodic or tonal content, you may not want both of them playing on top of each other. This is where mute groups come in. Select your slice, go to your drum sound inspector, and I'm going to drop these on mute group B. That way, they never play on top of each other and, cause a clash. All right, we're done editing. Let's go ahead and lay down some of these notes. Next, let's spice up that bass line by adding some graph automation. To open the graph editor, you can either double tap on any of the drum sound headers or hit the graph icon here. Graphs give you powerful per note edits. As you can see here, it defaults to velocity, so I can easily go in and precisely adjust the levels. But that's just the start of it. I can also automate per pan hit, low cut, high cut filters, and some of my favorites, pitch, subdivide, and push and pull. Let's go ahead and make this bass line a little more melodic. I want to select the pitch graph, and let's go ahead and make it bounce by making it, go up and down an octave every other hit. Now, the hi-hat's cool, but let's go ahead and add some rolls. Now, anytime you're working with graphs, if you change your mind, you can tap the clear automation button like so. I think I want to go a little less on the hi-hats, and just maybe a couple towards the end. Now, if you want to get extreme with your MIDI editing, you can tap the MIDI edit icon up here The MIDI editor view gives you all the same note accessing tools in a standard MIDI edit. You can move notes up or down between hits. You can also do things like select a note and adjust the length. This is good if you're using samples with hold. And if you want to get more granular with rolls, you can adjust the grid size from 16th note all the way up to 1/64th. Let's go to 132 triplet. And maybe you want to split some of these hi-hats out. Let's select the split tool and just pop it down on grid like so. Now that we've got a groove going, let's dial in the mix. I'm going to open the mixer by tapping the mixer icon here. Now, while it may appear you only have one track for all your drums, you can tap the arrow icon to show all your drum sounds perfectly integrated into the mixer. You can quickly adjust volumes, pans, filters, you name it. You can even tap the plugins icon and insert plugin effects or send effect. Let's go ahead and add a send effect to the snare and these samples here. Go ahead and pop on Zenbeats reverb here. And voila, we've got a good start to a new track. Alright, that wraps it up for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to get alerts when we put out the next video, and drop a comment below and let us know what type of video content you want to see us do next. Thanks for watching.